Bengal Genius and Z, episode 2. It finally happened. My Bengals won a playoff game.
How's it feel?
Man, it feels so good. I waited so long. I was your age, boy.
30 years, 31 years.
31 years, man. 31 years I waited. And the thing about it was that I was so fired up. The weight was off my back, and it was like, we finally did it, and I'm ready to streak naked down the street. And then Joe Burrow comes out and's like, hey, it's nice, we won, but this isn't our standard. You know what I mean? And it's like, wow, I'm so used to getting, just losing the playoff period, but he's getting me to readjust my goals.
Yeah, it's like, after the game, he was like telling people, all right, that was a good, fun win, and let's just move on. He said like something about it's like, this is the
icing.
Cake.
No, he says the cake.
The cake.
But it's not the icing.
But, no, his attitude's great. It's crazy. Like, he's like respectfully cocky, and that's what's so great about him. It's crazy.
It is. I've never seen nothing like it. And I really think when it comes to Tennessee this weekend, I think, we'll get into the picks a little bit later. You know what I mean? We'll go through each of the playoff games that went through. But yeah, it was great getting the win finally. And, and I'm excited for taking on Tennessee. And then the other game, what was the other one? Bills and Patriots.
I was shocked. I thought the Patriots were going to win. Now I like Josh Allen. I'm confident in now. They have a good chance to beat the Chiefs. Good chance.
Yeah, I think they're going to beat the Chiefs. I
really?
think, yeah, man. Mm-hmm. That Josh Allen, he makes me nervous, as a Bengal fan. But the Bills look like they're on a mission. They went to the conference title game last year. Chiefs beat them. They went into Kansas City earlier in the year, and they handled them. But it's gonna be tough. As for the Chiefs, them and Steelers, what do you think of that game?
Steelers had a good first quarter. It was 0-0.
They had 7-0 lead for a second.
Yeah, for a second, TJ Watt, it just fell apart. That's it. It just fell apart.
It's just time.
For Ben to go.
Old man Ben.
That's sad though, because dude, Ben, when I was growing up, that was like one of my favorite quarterbacks. So. Yeah,
I gotta admit, I hate Ben, but I respect the guy. I mean, the guy was so hard in his prime. He was so hard to tackle. Like every time you'd think you had the guy, he'd scramble around and make a big play, and they just owned us for years, for a long stretch.
Being the Chiefs, dude, when you're 9-7-1 and your team's just off, quarterback's getting old, can't really grow as good as young quarterback in the younger generation can these days, except for like Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. But there's something off with Ben. I think it's something in his arm. Just can't throw as well.
Yeah.
It's just time for him to go. But there's no quarterbacks really finding interesting upcoming in the draft. There's no
young studs out there. I guess you never know though. I remember when they drafted Ben Roethlisberger, I was laughing. I was actually happy the Steelers grabbed some guy with a weird name. He played at some college called Miami of Ohio, which I believe is a MAC school.
Yeah.
So I didn't think he'd be anything. The guy turned out to be a stud. And even Aaron Rodgers, man, he fell so far. How far did he fall down?
First round, 24th pick.
Yeah, so that's quite a drop, And he
24th or 25th.
Yeah, and that's a rare commodity. You just don't know. For every, Aaron Rodgers, there's 10 Achilles Smiths.
Yeah.
David Klinglers, Joey Harringtons, those kind of guys.
But I think everyone expected the Steelers to lose. It's kind of obvious when. Yeah,
looking back, that one was obvious. And then we got the Bucks and the Eagles.
Okay, I was wrong. I'll admit I was wrong. I thought they would have a chance, but I still see a bright future in that organization.
For Hurts? You still like Hurts?
I still like him. I think there's not top. He's top 15, not top 10. Not at all yet. He's still young. Still got a lot to learn. But I still have faith in him, man. There's just something about him. I'm like, man.
You still like him, huh?
Yeah.
I'm surprised about that. All right, Dallas and the 49ers.
I don't count the Cowboys. I like Dak still.
Do you really?
I like Dak.
I cannot believe you're a Dak fan.
Why?
I don't know. The guy, who he reminds me a lot of, I hate to say it, is Carson Palmer. It felt like they were loaded in the 2000s. We had Palmer, Chad Ochocinco, TJ Houshmandzadeh, Rudy Johnson. It was like we were loaded, but nothing ever happened. And that's Dak Prescott.
Got to give him credit though. I mean, last year, serious injury. Torn his
ankle was jacked up.
Something about his ankle, but
jacked up.
Lead him to a 13 or 12-5 or 13-4, something like that. But that's impressive coming off like an injury like that. So I give them credit this year. I think they got a bright future ahead of them. But Niners, dude.
What did you think about when they clocked the ball?
I was shocked. Mike McCarthy said that was the right call. That was the wrong call. I would have kept passing, finding the right yardage to throw a Hail Mary.
Right. I kind of blame Dak for that. Really. I didn't think, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't have to run that. But he should have been a little more aware of the clock, in my opinion. Yeah. But that's how it goes. And now we're going to come back around. We're going to talk about the matchups for next week. But I wanted to touch on each of the playoff games. What was the other one? We covered that one, and then
Cardinals and Rams.
Cardinals and Rams. I was shocked. That was the one I got wrong.
That was also the one I got
Stafford shut me up. He shut me up for 1 week at least. I'll give him credit.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta give credit to the guy. He came from a Lions organization that would get nowhere. Just won him a playoff game. I mean, as a Packers fan, I'm nervous for the Rams. I always feel like it's the same old Detroit Stafford with the 17 interceptions, but he's thrown a lot of yardage, like 41 touchdowns, 4,500 plus yards throwing. That's impressive, man. But when you have Cooper Kupp as a slot, but Stafford, I don't know. I gotta see past the division. If you beat the Tampa Bay Bucks and meet the Green Bay Packers. And meet the Green Bay Packers in the NFC Championship. That worries me. But Kyler Murray.
What do you think about it? You know what? I'm not to be a mean bully, all right? I don't mean to offend anybody, don't upset people. Is he too short to play quarterback?
No, man. Feel like Russell Wilson. Dude.
Russell Wilson is Shaq compared to Kyler Murray.
I think he's like 5'11", though.
I think Kyler Murray is 5'1". I think he's the same height as Nana.
But so let's eat it up, DeAndre Hopkins. I really do think if they had DeAndre Hopkins, they would have had a better chance. Winning, I don't know.
Yeah, that would definitely help them.
Definitely helped them. Their defense seemed off. Prayers for Buda Baker because he had
yeah, man. What happened to him? They turned out he was just knocked out or what?
Knocked out. Had to take his face mask off his helmet.
A lot of that's precautionary.
Yeah, but prayers up for him. Hope he's doing okay.
Absolutely.
But so what do you think about Kyler Murray? What do you like about him?
I mean, there has to be a reason that for the history of the NFL, I mean, since they started scouting, they really always factored in height. It was always an issue. I think guys like you said, Russell Wilson's a stud, Drew Brees, stud. I mean, those guys aren't super tall guys, but I remember this guy was he could never get a break as Doug Flutie.
I just thought about that in my head just now.
I'm curious. I don't know who's taller, him or Kyler Murray, but Flutie, all he did was win, and he could not secure a full-time job. He played for the Buffalo Bills. He played for a lot of teams, but Buffalo, he actually took him to the playoffs, and they actually benched him.
Yeah, I saw that on YouTube. I saw that short documentary, and why? Because
it's one of those things where it's his height, right?
But, okay, Kyler Murray is a different player than Doug Flutie. I don't know much about Doug Flutie.
I'd say it's a lot of the same thing, where Doug Flutie and Kyler Murray, very mobile, made crazy plays, and it's just one of those things where when you watch Kyler Murray against a good defense, bigger guys and all that, it just seems like he just seems overmatched when he goes against a really good defense.
I mean, D-Hop, top 2 receiver. I got Devontae over him, but healthy.
He's up there.
He's up there.
Definitely top 5.
Top 5 for sure.
For sure, top 5. Yeah.
It's just it's hard to win with guys like Christian Kirk or AJ Green when he's not really AJ Green anymore.
Poor old AJ Green.
But I still see something bright in Kyler Murray. To me, this year he's a top 10 quarterback. You can't name me 10 guys or 9 guys better than him. Or no. 9 other guys better than him.
Kyler Murray?
Yeah, he's in my top 10.
Really? Top 10.
I got Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Matt Stafford.
I'm not a Stafford fan, you know.
You're not gonna put him in top 10?
No, Stafford?
Stafford not
No,
this
never.
year.
This year,
you gotta put him in top 10.
No, I don't know.
I got Dak next.
Oh God.
Herbert and
yeah, you know what? I guess Kyler can flirt with the top 10 there, but I don't know. Far from elite, and I don't know if he's gonna be able to carry it and get it done for the Cardinals. They might be out of luck.
And honestly, my last guy is Carson Wentz. He shocked me this year.
Wentz, oh man, but the Colts said they're moving. They want to get a real quarterback. They said they don't want any more stopgap quarterbacks.
You're right, but let's get back on
Playoff track.
Playoff track.
All right, so let's circle back around before we're gonna talk about these matchups coming up. Who's Brady throwing to? Mike Evans.
Yeah.
And Gronk.
That's all.
For a minute, I would have swore we were talking about AB taking his pads off and he didn't have any weapons, and it's like, why did we forget about Mike Evans?
Good question. I don't know. It's just, sometimes people forget, like, Tom Brady, man. It's Tom Brady. Like, he won a 3-time Super Bowl champion with these receivers: Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola, and Chris Hogan. Listen, Julian Edelman, to me, Hall of Famer. Danny Amendola, who is that? And then Chris Hogan, who is that? But that's the things Brady does that is so impressive. Turns
water into wine like Jesus.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly, but
yeah, I guess so. There's something that he does that brings out the best in these guys.
It's magic, Dad. It is magic.
All right, it seems like magic. All right, finally, you've been patiently waiting. Finally, your Packers are gonna play football.
Yup.
Now, is this a normal? How does it work when your team makes the playoffs and get a bye week every year? What's that like?
It's stressful.
It's stressful, or is it almost comical watching us wild card guys stress out?
No, it's different because it's stressful because you're going to see the team, for example, 49ers. Like, I am nervous, dude. Niners are no joke.
So when you see the team win, you are like, oh boy. Like you almost forget
teams that I don't expect to win.
Yeah.
I knew Niners were going to win, but I didn't think they were going to win by like that. I mean, it wasn't as close as the score.
How you guys going to stop Debo Samuel?
I mean, we're going to have Jair Alexander back. Going to have, on the offense, we have Josh Meyer. We're going to have Josh Meyer, David Bakhtiari.
No, I'm saying Debo,
yeah.
How do you stop him?
Yeah, we got, Zadarius Smith, Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith, all-pro defensive player, Devondre Campbell. He made it.
It can't be that confident, Garoppolo.
And also, Adrian Amos, Darnell Savage.
But to be fair, 49ers did beat you guys a couple years ago in the conference title game.
We're a completely different team.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, completely different. It's weird. Like, you might think we're the same team, but we're not, man. Like, this is...
Now, also, you guys are playing the early game on Sunday.
No,
you're Saturday night.
Saturday night. Okay. They're actually perfect because you guys are before.
Bengals going to mop up Tennessee, and then you guys are going to whip on the 49ers is what I expect.
But, man, Lambeau weather, no joke. Lambeau fans, no joke. Lambeau Field is no joke.
Any word on the weather, what the forecast is for Green Bay?
I mean, Rodgers, I was listening to listening to interviews, and he said it's going to be Lambeau weather. When he says Lambeau weather,
it's cold.
It's cold. So let me search up Wisconsin.
All right, check that out. And then, I think the 49ers are going to have their hands full. Green Bay's on a mission, and I think it's going to be too much for the old Niners. And I always enjoy watching the 49ers lose. Yes, I hold a grudge.
So this Saturday, 40% chance of snowing is going to be 23 degrees.
All right, that's the low?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's below freezing, so they'll be a little chilly there. And
San Francisco, that's warm.
Yeah, and then they played earlier in the year, correct? And the Packers
won
already
30-28.
Okay, I don't think they'll even be that close again.
I think it's gonna be a good game. I think we're gonna start off slow, and we're just gonna actually no. I feel like you're right. I feel like we're gonna start off slow, pick up the pace, and just keep rolling. You know how MVP Rodgers does. He's gonna keep on rolling.
Just hammer him right off the bat, huh? All right. What about Rams and Bucks? That looks interesting.
Can you see Tom Brady losing divisional round? I mean, we've seen it a couple years ago with the Patriots losing to the Titans wild card round.
It has happened. I don't see it. I can't picture Matt Stafford beating Tom Brady. They did look good against the Cardinals, there's no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. I just think that Tampa Bay's got a stronger defense. They're going to have to go. It's always hard for some reason when they got to go cross country like that, from all the way from Cali to Florida.
I don't know about the Bucks having a better defense than the Rams. I don't think so. I mean, you have Jalen Ramsey, best corner. You have Aaron Donald, Von Miller. I mean, you can't beat that. Aaron Donald is one of the best defensive players of all time.
They seem battle tested though, the Bucks.
For sure. I mean, it's gonna be a good game. I mean,
it's gonna be a good game. We have some great games this weekend.
We do.
Great games this weekend.
Do. So who do you have, Bucks or Rams?
I'm going with the Bucks. I gotta take the
too.
Bucks.
I got the Bucks too.
Yeah, so it's just a matter of I really think Bucks and Packers is destined.
It's meant to happen, meant to be. But now we move to the AFC side. Oh, the Bengals and the Titans. Dude.
Bengals and Titans. Okay. All right. I've been deep into this. Okay. The starting cornerback for the Tennessee Titans is a guy named I'm forgetting his name right now. Christian Fulton. He played with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
At LSU?
At LSU.
LSU.
Now, you tell me, you think Joe Burrow doesn't know that dude's weakness?
Oh, he definitely does for sure. I mean,
no doubt about it.
If you practice against
right now,
every day.
and I think, and of course you could argue I don't know if Joe Burrow has weakness in my eyes, you know what I mean? But Chase and Burrow, they know exactly what moves, what routes that he has the biggest problem with, what he falls for, they know how to deke him. They know it. And I think that's going to be huge in this game. Derrick Henry's got hammer toe, man. That foot is not fine. There's a guy you can watch on Twitter. He's the Pro Football Doc. And I think his name is Norman Chow. Dr. Chow, I know that. And he was talking about that foot. And he went through the video, and he said you could see Derrick Henry favoring that foot. So basically he's saying that anytime he runs to the right, and this is what you look for in the game, he's going to have a problem. He can basically only run left. So he's not even ready.
So you're saying it's going to be predictable. Not predictable, but if he's running to the right, that's the Titans' weakness this game, is what you're going to say?
And he's going to have to go to the left. So you kind of already know he's going to have to run to the left because his foot's bumping.
So are you trying to say that Derrick Henry's going to be the Titans' weakness this game?
Yes. If they try to force feed him in there. They really shouldn't do it, but I hope they do. Because he's not ready. Derrick Henry's not ready. If you're smart, Derrick, just stay home and heal that foot and come back next year. That's Derrick Henry's agent. I'm pleading to you, keep him home.
Oh, speaking of running backs coming in, how do you think that Cam Akers?
That was pretty crazy.
Torn Achilles and.
I heard something. They said that fixing that Achilles was like tying two mops together. Like how they had to fix it, and it's a miracle that it was patched that fast.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
So you have what's Bengals' weakness this game? That's what I want to know.
Okay, defensive line, we lost Larry Ogunjobi, broken foot, he's out for the year. That's a huge loss. The guy had 7 sacks. He generated a lot of heat. He actually had almost scored a touchdown on a fumble last week. And Hendrickson.
Did you hear what
Hendrickson's in concussion protocol, but hopefully, hey, come on, Hendrickson.
Did you hear Tyler Boyd called out Geno Atkins and said we want him to come on this championship run?
No way.
You didn't hear about that? Search it up.
I started a rumor about that, but I didn't know if that'd be.
Would you want Geno Atkins?
Oh, yes.
Why would he leave? You guys released him?
I don't know. They released him, and he's never signed with another team. He could be chilling. He seemed like he was done towards the end. But Gino, baby, come back. Come back, Gino. I don't think no one has 97 at this point. I would be the happiest guy on the planet. And that could be huge. But I think the Bengals, I just think that the bye week is going to hurt the Titans. I think they're going to have a slow start, and I think it's going to be 31-20 Bengals.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Mike Hilton and Uzi are like top in the Pro Football Focus ranking, and they're going to have to go against A.J. Brown and Julio Jones.
Julio Jones has been banged up. He's got hamstring problems. If you're an old receiver with a hamstring problem, you're no good. Sorry. Don't mean to be mean. A.J. Brown is a stud. But even he, I heard he was a little banged up. They're just banged up. It just happens from time to time, man.
And there's something weird. I can't. Tannehill has something weird.
Yeah.
I like Tannehill, though. I don't know. I think, to me, he's a top 15 quarterback, not my top 10. But I got Bengals winning this game. I feel like they're going to.
Now we're talking.
I feel like Bengals kind of start off a little slow, just a tiny bit, and then work their way up. But I think the Bengals' weakness overall is finishing games. That's to me.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, last week they definitely left a ton of points on the board.
Not like lose the game where you guys have the lead. I'm saying like finishing the game.
Like finish them.
Yeah. So
sweep the leg.
Exactly.
Yeah, because if you let them linger, the Raiders lingered around last week. I didn't like that. It shouldn't come down to a Jermaine Pratt interception. They should have spanked the hiney.
But you guys won. That's all that matters.
In the end. But that's what I mean. That week off they had, there was like a slow. They seemed a little rusty, as good as the things went. So I was happy about that. So it was promising for sure. Now we got.
So that's my pick, the Bengals. I gotta change it up. Oh, I should have said the Titans. So I'm gonna go Bengals that game winning.
Chiefs, Bills.
Let's go. 5. They both threw 5 touchdowns. Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen.
It's gonna be good.
So it's gonna be at Arrowhead Stadium.
At Arrowhead Stadium.
I mean, this is the Bills' chance to get revenge. This is their only chance. You don't have another shot. Listen, they beat them in the regular season at Arrowhead. Cool, but no, it's playoffs. It's playoffs. So, I have a weird feeling that the Bills are gonna win this game. Chiefs this year, something off about them.
Yeah, no doubt.
I feel like they need off-season. They need an off-season right away, and
they're missing some pieces.
They'll be back.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, Mahomes is a stud.
Yeah.
You know, Andy Reid's a great coach. The problem is, of course, though, once you get that giant salary, it makes it a lot harder to get all those.
If I was
pieces.
the Chiefs, like owner or general manager, I would try to lower down that man, and I bet maybe Mahomes would agree. If he wants the team to get better, lower down the salary. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's something you got to think about because.
I mean, Tyreek Hill would leave. I guarantee he would leave if he doesn't get his money, right?
You have to. You know, it ain't show friends, it's show business.
What are you searching up?
I'm searching up the salary cap for 2022. The
Kansas City Chiefs?
Yeah, I'm trying to see who's got what going here, just to get a general idea here. So for next year, according to this, a quick little Google, KC is in 16th, which isn't that bad, So
who's first?
Miami. And just so you know, the Bengals are 4th. Or no, yeah. But yeah, so that's going to be exciting. But, the Chiefs, that's not as bad as I thought it would be. So it looks like they're managing. But there's something off with them this year when it comes to getting deep to Tyreek Hill. I don't know what that is. And Buffalo, that Josh Allen, and it's hard to say because New England really isn't that loaded. We get psyched out by Bill Belichick and his Jedi mind tricks all the time. They had a rookie quarterback and they basically overhauled the whole team, So maybe Buffalo isn't as good as that score makes it look.
Yeah, I could agree. I mean, no. Wait, no. Dude, Patriots defense was no joke this year. 10 they were 10-7 or 11-6. That's not that bad. Definitely improved. 100.
But don't you think it could be a matter of like, really they are a younger team?
Yeah. No, they're gonna have a lot of time to progress, and I think that Mac Jones is gonna be pretty good.
You think so?
He's gonna be pretty good.
I was listening to a guy today talking about
trading him, right?
I heard that. Yeah. I was like, that's interesting.
That's weird.
Mac Jones on the fence there. 1 minute he's the new Tom Brady. Next minute they should trade him.
Yeah, that's weird.
Not to go on a sidebar about my love for Joe Burrow, but you understand with Aaron Rodgers is it feels so good to be out of that talk. Like
about being traded?
No, about the whole we need a quarterback. You got a quarterback. Like I used to, I love Andy Dalton. He's a swell guy, but after a while I was in quarter. Sometimes guys have quarterback denial. I think the Lions fans had that for a while, and they didn't, and I just had to defend them constantly, and that sucks to be in that spot, and that's how it's going to be for New England, I think, for a while until Mac Jones really wins something.
Yeah, but I got a feeling the Bills are going to win this one against the Chiefs. I mean, Chiefs' defense isn't that good. They're kind of falling apart. And then in the offseason for free agency, I'll be looking for defensive players. You guys, I mean, their O-line improved 100%. I mean, they have the #1 ranked center, according to Pro Football Focus. Right now, Humphrey is his name.
All right, so basically off your picks and my picks, I think we each lost one, or did you?
Yeah, I lost 2. So I got Bengals and Bills in the AFC Championship, and Packers and Bucks.
Okay, that's what I had to begin with. I crapped out on the Rams, but I don't know. But it's all right. So we're gonna get ready to go. Oh, I'm trying to go to Tennessee. I'm debating. Listen up here. Anybody, listen up. I'll throw this on TikTok too. If I get to 1,000 subs, management, my wife, can't really complain if I go to Tennessee to see the Bengal game, right? Because then, things are progressing. So in order to send the Bengal Genius to Tennessee so I can watch the Bengal-Tennessee game, I need you to subscribe, all right? If I hit 1,000 subscribers, I can go. I might do what I want. I'm a man's man, but you know what I'm saying.
So we got...
Should I go to the game?
If your desire to go to the game, go to the game. If you feel like it's right.
I want to go to the game, dude. It'd be so sweet.
It would be cool.
Oh, it's an 8-hour drive. Go there. Oh, I gotta go to the game. Maybe not. I don't know.
Just think about it.
If I find a suitcase of money.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. All right. We are fired up, and we are going to be watching the games this weekend, and we will be back next week with a brand new episode.
I want to talk to you about NFL awards.
Yes!
Who do we have?
NFL awards.
Okay.
All right. Let's go through them. All right. We're going to go what? Should we start with...
MVP. Right? No, MVP for last.
We'll do MVP last.
Let's do Offensive Player of the Year.
Okay. All right, so Offensive Player of the Year.
I gotta give it to Jonathan Taylor, right?
Dude.
Actually, Devontae Adams could be in the question too, right?
He's up there, man, but Jonathan Taylor, he went off the hook, man. There was some games I was just like, well, how many yards did you get up with? 1,800?
Yeah, something like that, almost 2,000 yards.
I gotta give it to Jonathan Taylor for Offensive MVP.
I have to agree with you.
I like Taylor there. He had a ton of yards. There were some games he was just unstoppable. He was basically their whole offense.
Exactly.
So, yes, I would definitely give him Offensive MVP.
So now?
Defense.
TJ Watt, right? 22.5 sacks. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. Robbed last year. It's got to be this year, right?
Yeah.
Who's on your mind, though? I can tell someone.
No. I was trying to think who could I think of a defensive MVP. I was thinking of Micah Parsons for Dallas, but
he's gonna win it one day. But I think
he's a rookie.
TJ Watt.
I agree with TJ Watt, man. That number of sacks was incredible, and he missed a couple games.
Yes, I mean you got it.
The guy's a stud.
Yeah.
That was a great play he had in the playoff game. So, and that's the thing about a stud MVP type player is they make the big plays when it's important. It reminded me of JJ Watt,
For sure.
And he used to make them plays. So, yep, give it to TJ. Give it to TJ.
All right, so now Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Come on, man.
Jamal
Come on, you gotta go with Chase.
Did he break Justin Jefferson's record?
He did.
Was it before they?
Before the 17th game.
But,
yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
That's
So.
impressive.
Yeah, he broke the record. The guy was a humongous impact.
I remember he was having like a fluke couple games, and I was like, Mac Jones.
Yeah.
I was like.
Yeah, and then.
To be honest, I was rolling on the Mac train for a second for offensive rookie, but then once Jamar just started to show up, I was like, all right.
Oh, did you see him in the playoff game? I mean, God, he stepped up huge. Huge game. So he put up, and the touchdowns were incredible. I don't know where he ended up in the touchdown records.
I don't think he had a touchdown in the playoff game.
No, he didn't. But I don't know where he finished in relation to Randy Moss. But no, he's definitely offensive rookie of the year. No doubt about that.
Defensive rookie.
Micah Parsons. Yeah.
I can't really.
Got to go with him. And now the big debatable question. MVP.
Well, you actually know we missed one. Comeback player of the year.
That's Joe Burrow. To me, it's Joe Burrow.
Or Dak.
No. It's Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's better than Dak. All right, if you want to argue Dak's numbers, he had a few more yards, a few more touchdowns. Are you giving it to Dak? Where's Dak at?
Okay.
Dak's home.
You know what? You're right.
Dak is home. Joey B. Getting ready for the playoffs right now. Right now, he's watching film.
So, yeah, I mean, if you have a playoff win and you don't for comeback player of the year, you got to give it to Joe.
That's it.
All right, so I agree with you.
All right.
So now.
Oh, that feels good. And plus, yeah.
MVP, Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, dude?
This is a great debate, man. Great debate. I mean,
if you want to say stats, Tom Brady. If you want to say skill-wise, it's Aaron Rodgers. It's Aaron Rodgers.
But
you got it.
Okay, it's all right. Listen. What they're gonna do, okay? Rodgers won it last year, correct?
For sure. Yeah.
It goes to Brady this year.
And I'll be mad. I'll respect it, but.
I mean, but look at Brady. He's kind of had to deal with craziness, Antonio Brown. I think.
Okay, whoever.
You know what? Do they factor in the playoffs for MVP?
Yeah, they did with Matt Ryan. He won in 2016 when he went to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Against Tom Brady.
So you know what? I'm gonna let the game decide.
Also,
I'm gonna let the game decide.
Exactly, and if whoever wins that game, MVP.
All right, but what if the 49ers win and the Rams win, but Joey B keeps on winning? Joey B is the league MVP.
No way.
If they keep winning, if they go to the Super Bowl.
Dude, no way.
If they go Super Bowl, Joey B is the most valuable.
Can you beat 4 interceptions with 38 touchdowns? Can you? Can you?
With a Super Bowl appearance?
Okay, but I think Aaron Rodgers going to Super Bowl this year. My boy's winning MVP.
You know what? We're going to let the game settle it.
I'm giving it to Rodgers. Because MVP is about skill. It's about skill.
Listen.
Okay.
Bro. It is about skill, but it's also about making your team, lifting your team up.
Okay, so
you're talking about Aaron Rodgers last year was they went to the conference title game. The year before that, they went to the conference title game. So clearly they have talent. Joey B, I don't know how to turn into a Joey B discussion. Joey B, them guys were scrubs with the number 1 pick 2 years ago. Last year, he hurt his beautiful knee. But okay, I'll leave Joey B out of it. Tom Brady won a Super Bowl last year with Tampa Bay, and then goes on. I think he's 107 years old, and he led the league in pass yards. How many pass yards did he have? Did he crack 5,000?
I think so.
That's insane.
Okay, but listen.
That's insane.
Listen. Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to say it like Stephen A. Smith. He's a bad man. And the interceptions Tom Brady has thrown, come on, bro. Like, 4 interceptions, you can't beat it. Rodgers is more accurate.
Rodgers is a stud. We're debating MVPs here.
Exactly.
And I think we're going to have to base it on how they finish in the playoffs.
Who finished with the number 1 seed, though? Rodgers. Who lead their team to the number 1 seed? Rodgers.
That's true. True.
Okay, but I have one more thing.
Who had a tougher schedule? Tampa Bay.
No. That is BS, dude. Packers, we had to go against the
Actually, how this
NFC West. We had to go against the Cardinals, Rams, Seattle, and Niners. He beat all four.
Yeah. We're gonna let them settle this on the field. I think there's good argument. I think it really does come down to Brady or Rodgers.
This is the last thing, and then we can sign off. Do you think Russell's gonna stay with the Seattle Seahawks after this season?
I think Seattle is foolish if they get rid of him. But what do you do if a guy's miserable? You know what I mean? Like if he wants out, you gotta let him out, right?
Who do you think the perfect fit for him is?
Pittsburgh Steelers, but don't tell Pittsburgh. Don't listen to this show, Pittsburgh fans or the organization.
The only thing is actually if they keep all their Chicago Bears, that'd be a good fit. Or the New York Giants.
Didn't they get Justin? Aren't they kind of? You think they're giving up on Justin Fields?
Oh, yeah. Listen, is
it too early?
You know what? I agree with the Steelers pick. No, maybe the Saints. Sean Payton I think he can clear his cap space because he did. Honestly, that's my pick. I think Russell's going to the Saints next season, but Giants, you shouldn't give up on. Honestly, don't give up on Danny Jones, young quarterback. Give him a chance. All young quarterbacks, give him a chance. Wait,
he's had enough chances.
Trevor Lawrence, look at what happened to Peyton
Manning. Lawrence, he gets more time.
Peyton Manning, rookie year, what happened? Most interceptions ever.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
You gotta give young quarterbacks a chance.
You do, I agree, but you get 3 years.
I gotta get 4 to 5.
Really? I mean, yeah, I can see that. It depends how much you got invested in him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Daniel Jones, I do not like him at all.
I'm still giving him a little bit more time.
Yeah.
You always got to give young quarterbacks more time.
Yeah, it just seems like in this day and age, it's like they want them up and ready so fast.
That's how I feel about Jordan Love.
Do you have an example of who was the last example of a guy, a player who came along in year 4 or 5? Like right now, because they seem like they go from 0 to 60 so fast. Like guys like Mahomes and Burrow and Josh Allen. Who was a guy that's been 4 years for him to develop lately? The last one to do that. What'd you say?
You're gonna hate me for this. I'm gonna say 2 players. Stafford.
Year 14, year 13.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. I don't know. Forget about
Stafford.
Get
out of my
office. Drew Brees.
But that's what I'm saying. Look how long ago that was.
Yeah, that was pretty long.
You're talking.
It's hard to find a franchise quarterback.
It's super hard.
It's super hard, man.
I know.
I mean, Derek Carr.
I guarantee you Raider fans right now are 50-50 on Derek Carr. I bet they're 50-50 on Derek Carr. I don't think they're in love with that guy. I just don't, so that's definitely going to be something to look for, and also next week we're also going to start covering, we're not just going to talk about the Bengals and their Super Bowl run or the Packers and their Super Bowl runs. Next week we are going to tell you which coaches are going to end up where, and there's a lot of empty jobs.
Coach of the year. Forgot about Coach of the Year.
Oh, man.
Gotta give it to Matt LaFleur. I'm being serious, dude. This is his 3rd straight year with 13 wins, and they're still not giving him Coach of the Year. Or I could see Zach Taylor, or I could see Andy Reid.
Don't you gotta show Zach Taylor some love, considering it's their first playoff win in 31 years?
I mean, I guess so, right?
I mean, who's another guy to be Coach of the Year?
I just said Sean McVay or Bruce Arians or Andy Reid or.
I don't like Andy Reid.
Bill Belichick?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. Coach of the Year is going to be hard as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be any of those guys too. LaFleur, like I said, it's going to depend on if they get the Super Bowl. If they get the Super Bowl, I'm okay with them getting LaFleur.
Sure.
A lot of stuff has to be settled on the field, my boy.
You're right.
And that's what we're going to find out.
I'm going with my boy LaFleur. All right? That's my choice. I don't know about you.
All right.
But, so.
I'm going to wait and see, man, what I see this weekend, because I think this is where you separate the boys from the men.
For sure.
All right? Come playoff time.
You're right. All right.
All right, man. Signing off. Thanks for watching the Bengal Genius and Z.
Next Tuesday.
Talk to you soon.